lovely and beautiful people. Another day in the lab, in the bedroom. Good morning. Let's get everything warmed up, get these fingers warmed up, the vocal cords, and the brain couldn't hurt either. Hello, Slapak, my good old friend. You know what we will be doing today? We will be programming some chord sets for that album. Where is that? This? Oh yeah, I forgot. Empty? You can't see squat, do you? Hold up a second. The chat is on the other side. Good morning. Let me turn off that reverb. It might be annoying if I don't actually sing. It only makes sense in context. I suppose. Good morning, sir. What kind soul? I'm always assuming genders. I'm always saying sir. How do I know? I don't. Oh, I'm just slowly waking up. I got a weird kind of sleeping schedule rhythm. Usually I'm a crazy night owl, but the last days were kind of taking a toll on me. I was very surprised when I learned that 2 days ago I was streaming for 10 hours. I didn't realize. That's true too. That is absolutely true too. Even just saying I didn't want to assume your gender, that is a sentence that's not really. You couldn't say that sentence before, let's say. It has some historic context with recent developments, let's say. Yeah, no, I really, I want to be more productive and structured, and doing these crazy hours is certainly not helpful. Need to work a bit more on consistency. How are you doing? Is there anything in particular you want to see? I don't have a plan for now. The last days I've been revisiting a thought that I had aborted. I wanted to make a kind of concept album where the A side is kind of like Zulu analog vintage soul. Think Motown, maybe something like jazz standards in that realm. Yeah. And oh yeah, I need to put this to learn, right? It needs to. Can you see anything? The Good Monk. The Good Monk. What key would we want to be putting this in? Maybe we put this in G flat. Is a chord. Oh. My MIDI is playing tricks on me again. But why? Why would you be stuck? Oh no, I'm not that smart, I see. How do I clear this again? That's not it. Clear. That's better. Okay. I don't like how the chord sequence is spelling this out. Maybe I shouldn't be thinking about this too much. I mean, the chord is right, but I'm having an issue how it's named. D sharp 5, why? This is D minor, this is E flat minor. Yeah, I can see the sharp 5, but oh god, why? Anyway. It's really long, no, why? Is it really what we want to do? Come on. I guess so. Let's do it again. Okay. No, that's not gonna. That's not no looping. It's not looping, my friend. Don't you have ears? It's not gonna work so well. Maybe let's just play, and then I'll get it later better. I think. Let's see again. Reset this device. Okay. Did I start chordy is a good question. I didn't. Well, I probably should. While chordy's loading, I might as well get the guitar and more coffee. Oh, and I have to look at my old notebooks to find lyrics. Can't write an album without lyrics. Can't write an album without lyrics. Oh, maybe you can. But probably not the album that I have in mind. How are we gonna flip and chop up soul vocal chops making sense in a boom bap context if they ain't vocals, huh? Ain't gonna happen. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Let's do some stuff first. Let's see if everything is in order. What do we need to know? We want to know if everything is fine here. That's the right driver, it's the right sample rate, it's the right buffer size. Now I get these artifact clicks. That's chordy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Coming in clean, kind of, when these clicks are gone. Negative 18 seems fine. Negative 18 is good. Coughing, not into it, also fine. Good, good, good. Let's see that on the master bus. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very imaginative. I don't want to know how many hours microphones collectively for the humankind had here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Test, test, test. Maybe these are the most spoken words in human history. Okay, what else? Get this guitar. Get more coffee. I'm tired still. No, I need coffee. I'll be back after coffee. More coffee. More coffee. Around midnight, everything is about around midnight lately. Oh my god. I'm stuck in this standard, it seems. Not the worst place to be stuck in, honestly. I think I need to listen later again to some renditions again. As if there isn't enough music in the world. I keep listening to the same records forever and ever. Okay. Everything seems fine here. Vocals seem loud and clear. Reverb is not too ridiculous. No reverb. It's kind of dry. A little bit. Just a little bit. You touch. You touch just a little bit. Might as well just delete this one. As I don't need it, I think. I don't think so. What do I need this hall for? I think, oh yeah. For that piano. Kind of want to play funky. Let me get some effect. I want to noodle it a little bit. I'm sorry. Let's take replay. I don't want to mess too much. Let me get Pasha made JGR. Maybe that's too wild. Let's see. Yeah, that's too wild. Okay, no, don't worry. Maybe we go back in here and edit that. Maybe just a single delay. Let's reset this instance. Some space. Put it to 100. That is a little bit too much, huh? What am I thinking here, actually? What do I want to achieve? Not so sure. I just wanted to have some weird reverb. Oh yeah, but maybe we bypass this delay section. I want to just get that weird reverb here. Maybe gold, I think, that has this jitterish character. It's an interesting noise module. Let's max out this reverb. Oh no. You know what? Let's abort this mission. Don't go less than sound design. Sound design happens after songwriting. Maybe sometimes it belongs together, but not necessarily. Maybe sometimes sound design leads to the song, but very often not. Ay. La 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 la. Let's open this empty book and see what's in here. It's rather empty. Surprise. Oh, I thought this was for business. Oh, there's some lyrics in here. Okay. When the show is over and the music stops to play, when the mess is coming on, there comes another day. When the show is over and the music stops to play, when the show is over, when the show is over and the music stops to play, when the mass is coming out, there comes another day. I'm taking these harmonies anyway. When the show is over, when the show is over. What key did I originally play this in? When the show is over and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. When the show is over and the music stops to play. When the mass is coming on, there comes another day. The mirror the next morning knows the face we hide. Ain't nothing but a warning to live with grace, not pride. A dress is just a dress, and the shoes are just some shoes. A hip hat is but a hat. A sharp suit is but a suit. The true beauty of your, the true beauty of your nature is waiting out to bloom. A life just lived scheming is just, that's not good. The beauty of your, these glasses hurt again. Anyway. When the show is over and the music stops to play, when the mask is coming off, there comes another day. When the show is over. I am stuck in this. Hands, please, don't just play that. When the show is over and The music stopped to play. When the mask is coming on, there comes another day. When the show is over, when the show is over and the music stops to play. When the mask is coming on, there comes another day. Oh, hey. My hands are so cold. When the show is over and the music stopped to play. When the show is what key we in? Probably. This looks like a G flat 6. Probably gonna go through that diminished 6. Well, I can't leave the accidentals in there then, I guess. Let's record. Let's see where it leads. When the show is over and the music stopped to play. When the mask is coming off, there comes another day. The mirror of the next morning, head knows the face we hide. Ain't nothing but a warning to live with grace, not pride. Oh, can't do that, I think. Focus. Yeah, maybe I'm just warming up playing some random stuff. When the show is over and music stopped to play. When the mask is coming off, there comes another day. That is not right. slow, so slow. Take it easy. Do do ba dee ba da ba da ba ba. When the show is over and the music's set to play. Da, da, da. I'm haunted by one quote I heard yesterday night, or read. I just saw a short on my feed, and it was from Howard Horowitz. And supposedly someone told him, you know, I would give my life to play just like you. And he replied, that's just what I've done. Oh, man. It reminded me of the stuff Michel Petrucciani said. He thanks God for his burden, so he was not tempted by the distractions of a juvenile, chasing skirts, being distracted by sports, so he could focus all his energy, listening to the muse and channeling his art. Insane. If you know what kind of condition he had, damn. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Maybe no slapback. It's not making sense, right? When the show is over and music stepped to play. I had some chords for that. When the show. When the show is over. When the show is over and That's not right, one of these. Can't you see? Don't you see we are? Don't you see? Don't you? Don't you see? Don't you? Hey, hey, hey. Let's try to be free. Oh, I wish we all were free. I wish we all were. Well, every day, not well every day. I say, well, not every day, not well every day. Can't be, can't be, can't be, can't be always, can't be always, can't be. Oh, that's the right scale, brother. Da ba ba dee ba ba da ba dum. I always forget piano's a percussive instrument. It's like a super stereotypical gospel blues cadence, right? Hey, 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 oh Lord, please, I beg thy Lord to ease my pain and give me thy strength to carry all the load that you bestow upon my shoulders. Let me be free. Oh, not the right. Why is that always messing me up here? Oh, that's low chord. Don't you know how long? Don't you know? Lap, we're struggling out here. Don't you see, Lord? Lap, we're struggling out here. Don't you see? Don't you see? What chords am I playing there? It's G flat. Dun, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. Dun, 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 da, 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 da. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not where we go. Ooh, there we might should not go either. Oh, no. Maybe look. Good morning. How are you doing? I'm just going through some left hand mechanics. My bass line is sloppy. There's no scale that I play more than the blues scale. And I found out last night that this weekend, not last night, I kind of know. I can mute my mic if it gets too autistic in here with me making the Keith Jarrett, you know, because you get that and you don't get Keith Jarrett sound. It's kind of mean. And how are you doing? I didn't ask, I'm sorry. My mind is always stuck somewhere. I'm from Hamburg, Germany. Well, that's where I live. My mom is German and my father is from Sudan, but I've been born and raised here. Where are you from? I'm glad. Pentatonics, pentatonics. Oh, my hands are doing that. I'm addicted to Around Midnight. I'm trying to learn this piece for the last couple of days and actually kind of weeks maybe. But the last 3 days my hand always my hand thinks it decides what's going to be played. What was a term? Fingeritis. One day I had this monologue with myself. I need to play slow. It doesn't make sense to play fast and sloppy. And then I had a comical moment with myself, hearing my inner critic in the voice of Master Yoda, who's saying something like, "Thank you. Yeah, I use Keyscape most of the time. I just like their instruments a lot. But what was that about playing too fast?" And my inner critic, in a stupid, silly way, I was like, when they tried to tell myself in Master Yoda voice, I heard it in my mind. If your mind is chasing your hands, the music cannot become. And I forgot also the most important. Well, thank you, Gitara. Oh, that's not what we wanted to do. I was in my left-hand mechanics. Today is just hopefully not just a noodling day. Recently, I've been revisiting the thought of working on an album. It should be kind of a concept album. I'm in between a lot of kind of different music. Kind of like I grew up listening to what my father and my sister were listening to. My father listened to all kinds of classical boomer music, like Johnny Hooker, Muddy Waters, B.B. King, you name it. I remember very clearly, I was like 10 or 12, and he got a CD from a colleague at work, which was Common, Like Water for Chocolate. What the master Yoda voice berating me not to try to play flashy, but to play with meaning. Yeah. Oh my God. I have this conversation every day, multiple times. I'm like, dude, do you even hear what you play yourself? I mean, sometimes it's good to let go, but when practicing, letting go completely could go wrong quickly. One and two and one and two. Bum dip bum dip dum bum dum dip dum 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 dip. Just pentatonics. Just 3 fingers. That's not stable. It's not exactly feeling very stable. My posture is a crime. Ooh, I don't even know. I think it will be also an open source thing. Some people that often show up on the stream that I got to know from another cool music streaming on collective. They called Symptoms of Reality. Be like water, my friend. I try to be. I try to be. But my hands have not exactly warmed up yet. Well, my coffee is getting cold and my brain still is trying to acclimate to this new reality of this day. Yeah, probably I won't probably be able to help myself and will inevitably play some around midnight because, or at least I try to. It begins to tell round midnight. Either pretty well till after sundown. Separate time I'm feeling sad. Ooh, that's not the right chord. Separate time I'm feeling sad. But it really gets bad round, What's my next chord? Maybe. I'm not so sure about this. See, again, now I'm stuck in not summertime, but that happens fast too. I play a minor 6, I play summertime. Yeah, let's get this coffee in the brain. Hopefully not on the keyboard. We will find out, I guess. How will the music sound in 5 years when apparently a huge portion of people do not mind saying me too. Like, I started teaching myself music when I was 23 by accident, kind of. I wish I would have gotten music early, but I was an artist of the drawing sort. A young boy, but with the advancement in AI expertise are slowly fading into yesterday's new, along with my passion of art, sadly. I've had that. Thank you so much. I've been having this thought. I was born 86, right? And I've been having this thought, despite neglecting wanting to become a professional, I will very worry about the younger generation that they will not attempt, they won't even attempt a drawing. I can see a grim future where there are 5-year-olds that have already been conditioned and brainwashed by generative AI that they will never pick up a pencil unless they are forced to do their homework. That they wouldn't draw because they think it's futile. Why would they? And I think that's kind of painful because AI is still kind of new, but it is not inventing stuff. It creates interpolations. I'm not a computer scientist, but I think I understand that enough And I think many people don't, and that's a problem. People think it's creating stuff. No, it soaked up a vast majority of human history and is just juggling it up and piecing it together. It is not being creative. Yes, granted, people are doing the same, but for some reason, maybe I'll get metaphysical there, or into quantum mechanics. I believe that the human nature has so much inherent randomness in there that they will create more when they try to learn and mimic and interpolate, because it is just so, I don't have the right words. I'm lacking the vocabulary to describe it properly, but maybe you know where I'm heading. But I really hope that young kids nowadays still keep drawing, making shitty drawings even. Doesn't matter. It is about the process, because maybe they are not going to become artists, but also just really basic stuff. Hand-eye coordination. I already started noticing that many people that are like 10 or 20 years younger, they have not spent the time on the playground playing ball, and it shows when they just walk. I've been a chef for 10 years. I've seen a lot of people. And sometimes I'm thinking like, how the fuck did you survive so far? I'm asking myself the same question every day, but like, it's sad. I mean, it's not all bad. I think AI also has a reason to be there. I mean, also, what is the saying? The genie is not going back in the bottle. It's not. We just have to face it without judgment on what it might be, how it could be, how it should be. Is this bad? Is this the end? Skynet? Is it all over? It's all bullshit and fear-mongering. But we should be wary. Probably most of all, how to be employed, and also if we live next to a data center breathing in methane turbine exhaust. Like, stuff is fucking ridiculous nowadays. And I need to stop cursing so much. I get angry easily. I need to meditate. Maybe I'll take 5 and then put more coffee in. Oh my God. All right, my brain is coming. I mean, like, sometimes I love to joke. If I consider how I conduct with myself, I'm functional enough to live in this society. Yet on the other hand, and how do I want to phrase this? Well, it was more kind of trying to make a funny reference about, but this is derogative, not necessary. No reason to insult people. I wanted to kind of express, I'm already so stupid. I think nobody should be allowed to walk freely around who's more stupid. No, I mean, you know how it is. Like, same with when you watch children, and how often has a child maybe a near-death experience just riding a bike? Yes, of course. No, I kind of am wearing way too many hats. Like, I got into music. I always loved music, but I also am maybe in between. I want to be a professional pianist, obviously. That's what I'm working on most. But after some years of just trying to play piano, I got more and more in love with... No, I don't think that's quite okay. To some extent, yes, and to some extent, no. Because I believe we as a human collective, we owe it to ourselves to try to overcome some of our more primal drives and survival of the fittest is probably why the planet looks just the way it looks. We all act like we're so civilized. But let's be real. I don't want to watch the news. It's kind of grim. Yes, we're so civilized. Everybody's wearing a suit. Everybody has fancy vocabulary. Everybody's politically correct while exploiting the next man with a friendly smile and a handshake. I believe actually also news have always been grim. It just feels like at the moment that we are, that it's more intense. But I think if we take a road down memory lane or history, and I don't have a PhD in history or whatnot, it's been always pretty grim. What is it called? Like, English is not my native tongue. What is it called? Yeah, basically survival of the fittest, but like the law of the strongest is still the only law that is actually the real law that is happening. Yes, there are other laws, but in reality, the one with the most power will dictate. And this is what we see, what we've always been seeing. Yeah, I've had a time when I was kind of very depressed a year ago, and also I considered maybe going back to just just making music as a hobby, not being too ambitious, and just getting a 9 to 5 and making ends meet. But like, I got so late into music, I was not a 16-year-old that wanted to go to LA to become a rock star. I started playing piano because I broke my middle finger playing basketball, and just by chance, my mother gave me an old Casio keyboard. And as I liked music, blues, I went onto YouTube, looked for the blues scale, dum, 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 and I did this for rehabilitation for my finger. And then a year passed. I kind of like doing that. Something. Anyway, and then I got addicted. And a friend of mine who I was living with, a computer scientist, he had been using Reason already, and I told him, like, I want to learn more piano, but I cannot stand the sound of my super ancient keyboard anymore. And then I got into Reason like 10 years ago, and for maybe the first 6 or 5 years, I only used my DAW to have a better sound for piano. Really, all it was is like absolutely underusing a DAW, especially a DAW like Reason. It is a playground for sound design. That's basically what it is. It's a big, big sandbox. And I really just got into that to have better sounding piano, to be more motivated to practice and to actually hear. And yeah, one thing came to the next. Now my room looks like... I'll show you around. So that's obviously just a door and a pretty drawer that's been in the family forever. I'm gonna sell it though anyway. The most beautiful vintage typewriter my sister gave me, because literature was actually my first love. My upright that I have to sell still. A couch. This is where I sleep. That's probably the only thing that resembles this room being something else than a place to make music. But pretty much all in here is just one thing. I believe have you found a good baby grand bed? What do you mean by bed? Maybe I'm reading it wrong. And maybe my brain is not up to speed yet. Yeah. That's my humble chambers. That's where I spend my life. And some plants. I like plants. One second, I gotta keep up with this chat. Very true. Things I've noticed, at least for me, is the blurring of the line between falsehood and truth. Absolutely. You know what made me really angry? Actually, I also want to incorporate literature a lot. There's one book that keeps coming back to my mind. I think it has been recent forever, even before it has been written. 1984, The Ministry of Truth. I was so angry when I learned 1 or 2 years ago somebody coined the term a post-factual society. We live in a consens. If the establishment and the majority of sheeples will agree upon something being factual, it is by consens, not by objectivity. Are you fucking serious? I shouldn't have a microphone. (1984). It was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13. Winston Smith has his chin nuddled into his breast in an effort to escape the wild wind, slipped quickly through the glass door of Victory Mason's, though not quickly enough to prevent the swirl of gritty dust to entering along with him. The hallway smelled of boiled cabbage, old rag mats. At the end of a colored poster, too large for indoor display, had been tackled to the wall. It depicted simply an enormous face, more than a meter wide. The face of a man of about 45, with heavy black mustache and ruggedly handsome features. Winston made for the stairs. It was no use trying the lift. Okay, maybe I don't bore you with this. But that's always on my mind. Actually, I've been considering like the idea of this concept album. I started earlier this year, maybe at the end of last year. And the working title I had for it in mind was Crossroads 84, with like a super silly pun where roads is spelled with an H, like a Fender Rhodes. But in homage to 1984, and that we are at a crossroads, you know, I'm kind of silly. Sorry, I'm absolutely, I cannot get over the standard. It's magic piece. Absolutely. And I really feared, like, I started to develop a reflex now. It's not that I haven't been a skeptical person for the most part for my life. I mean, maybe not in a pathological kind of way, but with the advancement of technology, everything being able to mimic stuff, voice clones, pictures, whatnot, it is really hard to discern. And also, I remember something about psychology. What was it called? I think it was actually called just propaganda, which is kind of like one like the blueprints for marketing from I think it was a student of it was not a student of Nietzsche, it was a student of some famous psychologist, an analytical psychologist. I forgot. Maybe might be mixing things up here. That in the war of information, it's not necessarily needed to maybe say there's a war and nation A wants to influence the public opinion and they spread propaganda, whatever kind of way they do that. It is not about necessarily the idea that they want to implant. It is enough already if you confuse people with so much information that they will be distant and hesitant or absolutely overwhelmed to make a decision in the first place. They will just be confused because they don't know how to think about it. There is no end, no beginning. You don't need them to think something. If you can make them not wanting to think, you already won. I think I gotta take a break. But this one, this one will not. This one will always be, as long as the human condition is what it is. This is going to be quite up to date. George Orwell, 1984. Really, when I heard that word, post-factual society, like I got an itch. I'm getting angry about shit like that. Seriously. Post-factual society. It's insane. All right, more coffee. Yeah. I forget I have a microphone. Actually, I should forget that more often. I curse too much. Yeah, that silly idea about a commercial. Like, I'm a huge coffee addict, and I really need to lay low. It doesn't exactly help me being focused. My mind is jumpy to begin with. But yeah, that idea, like imagine like the stereotypical coffee commercial. Let me find some super cheesy standard chords. Wonderful Coffee presents Oh, how beautiful the days. With that right coffee, with the right consciousness. We've been selling particles of consciousness. That's like the word I wanted to go. Particles of consciousness. Because before coffee, you are not awake and not conscious. Yada yada. But I was in something else. I need to practice my left hand. It's weak. We were doing the pentatonic and the blues in E flat minor. It's something about that brew. I don't know what it is. Johnny, do you know? It's particles of consciousness. Get yours today. And you know this, like over excessive use of close miking, proximity effect, and voiceover that is like absolutely overperforming with this, like, with this diction, you know? Did you know? Like, it's so silly, man. Oh no, I cannot stop playing this. I can't get enough of this piece. Actually, I need to start looking in these notes later. Maybe I do that off stream. I think I've been streaming around midnight for too many hours already. I don't find it sounds much different than it sounded 3 weeks ago. I probably have to play along with some renditions. I mean, it's jazz after all. These scribblings only get you so far. And it's not like I can read super well. What is the chord I'm looking for? No. Okay, that took a long time. Oops, sloppy. Don't bang it if you're not sure. That could be an interesting quote. Never go full retard. I can't stay serious for a second. I need to mute my mic. I can't stop that. Something I've come to realize is how draining modern conversations with people are, especially amongst my online friends. It's like when you search for something realer and you have a deeper convo, the brain rot. I am making a similar observation for quite some time. I love my friends, but my friends are not also so much into music, and I really just want to do music. And I think for the past 3 years, like I barely hang out. I spend all my time at home trying to get better with music, sound design, audio engineering. Like I don't want to or need to be an artist performing on the stage. I can be far away from spotlight. I don't need that. I'm not chasing fame. I just want to be able to make music, art, sound design. Like it doesn't need to be jazz piano. Like I know jazz piano is probably a bad idea if you want to get paid, unless you're like super special. But just like scoring or ghostwriting or game audio, like to me, anything is interesting. It wouldn't even necessarily need to be music. Sometimes I'm also thinking like, okay, I need to start writing again and whatnot. And also, yeah, I do need to start writing again because we're writing this album, right? And I've been looking through my very empty and cluttered thinkings, how I usually only have lyrical fragments. There is one that I have here. It's not from too long ago. Unfortunately, I can't remember exactly what I was thinking about these harmonies. I think I was somewhere in G flat diminished 6, which is practical. Because that's the keys that I've been playing for a lot lately. It's called, so far, I'm not fixed on titles yet, When the Mask is Over. And it's for the A side of the album. It's supposed to be one of those vintage soul, voodoo, analog soul records, whatever. And I've been thinking about something like, it's called When the Mask Comes Off. When the show is over and the music stopped to play, hold up. When the show is over and the music stopped to play, when the mask is coming off, there comes another day. The mirror the next morning, it knows the face we hide. Ain't nothing but a warning to live with grace, not pride. A dress is just a dress, and the shoes are just some shoes. A hip hat is but a hat, a sharp suit is but a suit. And then the last verse, I'm not sure what my notes say. I have too many alternative versions. And it's a little bit awkward, actually, also. It's somewhat pseudo Shakespearean in a bad way. The true beauty of your being is waiting, oh, to bloom. Alive, just lived scheming. Is every soul's doom. No, that's not what we're gonna be using. The beauty of your nature is waiting, oh, to grow, 'cause nothing is just greater than for the truth to show. Oh, yes, this is the one. So, I'm just going to read these lyrics out and then I try to come up with maybe something better. When the show is over and the music stopped to play, when the mask is coming off, there comes another day. The mirror the next morning, it knows the face we hide. Ain't nothing but a warning to live with grace, not pride. And probably I'm not gonna say ain't, but nothing, because it's supposed to be old. I had some chords to it. Absolutely. Yeah, like this is an open project. I try to put everything on Bandcamp. It's royalty-free, Creative Commons, CC license with max freedom. I think you have to put it on attribution only. I don't even care for the attribution. I just don't want to get a copyright strike on my own music someday because somebody took some from the open source database that I'm creating and copyright stuff. Because, well, it's weird today. You know. What can you do? It's not like it happens. But it could. Okay, sorry. What was it? When the show is over and when the show is when the show is over and music stopped to play. That's not right. What did I play last time? Oh, we found something new. When the show is over and no, I cannot. Please, hand, stop just doing that automatically. That's not what I want to play. I don't know what I want to play. When the show is over. Hello, Davey. How are you doing? When the show is over. No, I'm going through the changes again. Maybe I shouldn't play around midnight for a couple of days. It's really muscle memory now. Good and bad. When the show is over and... What key would we want to... I don't actually know really. Usually I'm stuck with the piano. And I don't often get as far as actually singing or writing lyrics. Because I'm never happy enough. I'm never satisfied with the piano. When the show... When the show... I think my vocal cord is not here. When the show is over, music stop to play. No, why do I do that? I can't stop doing this. Please. Sorry. I'm fighting with my hands. By default, I'm always going down this route now. Yeah, and also maybe I should stop smoking because it's also taking my breath away. Coffee and cigarettes is a bad combination for a vocal practice session. And also it's still morning. I should maybe rather rap. Not that I'm a rapper, but sometimes I like to mess with anything. When the show is over and I just need to play more. It's gonna present itself, I think. It usually is that way. Usually I start writing... I don't really actually start writing. I think this is one of the rare times that I sat down, not improvising lyrics, and then writing down from the improvisation. Usually I just play something, and what I play gives me an idea on what to sing maybe. And while working that out, it comes together, and if it's good enough, I write it down eventually. That almost never happens. Oh God. Stop playing this chord. I have to take another break. You know what? Ooh. I like to tinkle with guitar because I still play guitar like solely by ear, the way I started playing piano. And that makes me more free. On the piano, I have really high expectations now. Like, it's like, I think like, no, this must be this way, it must be that way, this is sloppy, that ain't good, what are you thinking? And on the guitar, it's like, oh, come my little boy, let's have some fun. I can go more by feel and try to shut out thinking too much. I cannot stop playing this. I can't, I won't. Sorry, I don't know why I cannot stop playing that, because it's a beautiful piece. Oh, dear Lord, help me play something else. And it's not like that, I haven't played that before. I mean, who hasn't? Sloppy, 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 sloppy. Well, show is over and when the show is over and music stopped to play. Damn, stop. When the show is over and music stopped to play. When the mask is coming off, there'll come another day. But the rhythm is all off. When the show is over and music stopped to play. When the mask is coming off, there comes another day. The mirror the next morning, it knows the face we hide. Ain't nothing but a warning to live with grace, not pride. Oh, it's kind of gospel-y, huh? Oh, happy day, oh, happy day. Doesn't play? You like I like all instruments, really. I wish I can have a chance to play saxophone maybe someday, because I love saxophone. But there's one thing that I actually, and I know, yeah, it's crazy, I need 10 more lifetimes just for the piano, actually. But cello, oh my God, strings is outrageous. So, like, seriously, oh my God. The sound of a cello is all kinds of strings, but cello is probably my favorite. Absolutely. How about some more dynamics? Loud and soft, loud and soft, loud and soft. I'm sorry. I'm just going through stuff. Pretty much still warming up my hands. I can try to be more steady on something. But you know what? I'm really bad with counting. I can never make up my mind for a long time until I find a stable rhythm. I can also put up like almost everything. Like on Bandcamp, you can download everything 48 kilohertz, 24-bit undisced. And also, I mean, use anything for that matter. I'm considering also, if you're a Reason user, there's a link to a Google Drive where I usually put, the project file that can be downloaded, patches, anything. And maybe I'll also put Obsidian, my note-taking app, in there too, for lyrics and whatnot. Yeah. Might switch to the guitar. I'm not so sure if that's a smart idea. Sometimes it can make songwriting easier, because I think also guitar is one very beautiful instrument, and the guitar has a huge advantage to the piano. First, of course, it's much smaller. You can go basking, you can take it with. It's much more affordable, but that's just one of the practical things. It is very difficult. Maybe you will be mad afterwards. I can play guitar like I can play piano. Not remotely. Not even close. And the piano needs still a lot of help. No, I lost my train of thought. It's not that. This is a rare occurrence. Oh yeah, I was speaking about why a guitar is so great. You can't do really that many crazy things to a piano except playing interesting harmonic stuff with a lot of voices. It does not really have a huge variety in timbre. Unless you are somebody super, super special, it's quite difficult to produce different tones from a piano. All you get is one key that you can depress. If you play on a real physical instrument, yes, if you play paddle and if you have certain articulation, you can get different tones out, slightly. Like, there are very few pianists whose touch I'd recognize. Howard Horowitz, Billy Taylor, and a couple of others. Sometimes I'd be like, hold up. I don't see the title, but I hear it, and I'm thinking like, oh, I know this articulation. That's Gene Harris. Nobody plays trills crazy good like that, like except Gene Harris. Something. Anyway, but with a guitar can produce all kinds of tones. A guitar can get so much more close to the human voice. You can go in between notes. You can bend. You can pitch. You can have tremolo. You can't do that with a piano. Not without jumping through hoops. Like prep piano stuff. Oh, I'm doing this again. I'll take another break and then we switch to guitar. My mind is too jumpy. Sorry. It is almost always like that, I must tell you, guitar. Very often I'll be sitting at the piano, not knowing what I want to do, just trying to find something that inspires me, where I feel repelled to keep playing it over and over. And when that happens, sometimes more voices follow, and maybe even vocals with lyrics that are not just all random all the time. When the show, I think like, did I go through the diminished six there? I think I did. Thank you. Me too. Absolutely. This is so helpful for me. Like, I started streaming because I wanted to have a way to connect to other people who are interested in music and that are maybe on the same journey, trying to teach themselves just basic music theory and music production, and to not procrastinate as much. Because I remember times before I started streaming, I would be having Reason open all day on my door. And I wasn't really trying to do anything or working with it. I had like three other tabs open. I'm browsing on Reddit, doom scrolling on TikTok. Like, and then I'm thinking, like, are you serious? You're wasting all your time and energy. Look at all the stuff that's laying around. Use it. Use your brain. Use your creativity. And then I thought, hey, if you stream, you won't be browsing TikTok while you stream. That's kind of like a forced way to. Yeah, it did. It did. For some time, I even deleted my Instagram, which is still looking exactly like that. I reactivated that account, but it's still a blank slate. And I did delete my TikTok account, and I'm not going back. And it's actually still somewhat silly. I need to get better at business. And if we are real, while these platforms all are probably not the best spend a place to be spending a lot of time for mental health reasons, they are good for business and visibility. It is maybe unjustifiable opportunity cost not to use them if you have a business, especially as an artist. It's hard to not use free marketing, especially as a broke bedroom producer. It's kind of really stupid saying that out loud. It's a tool to be used, not a tool that is supposed to use you, if that is possible. Okay, I didn't do it again. I'm gonna take a break. But you know what? After I come back, because I cannot get over this piece, we will be listening to the 17-minute long rendition of Monk. 17 minutes. Well, but I never finish anything. Not very, very often. I noodle all the time. I mean, I'm mostly serious about practicing piano, but sometimes I think maybe I'm not a producer, and maybe I'm not an audio engineer. Maybe I'm just a pianist and should focus on that. Because when you're working so many hats, just like now, if I was just a pianist, singer, songwriter, artist, I would just stay on my instrument and try to work it out, find some nice harmonies. But being wearing all these hats, if I'm stuck, I mean, sometimes it helps to step away, but it's very easy not to take responsibility and make choices. Because then on the piano, I'm noodle, 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 noodle this, noodle that. And then like, I don't like any of this. You know what? We're going to do sound design. Oh, you know what? We are not ready with this engineering task. You know what? We might be going back to the chords, chasing our own tail. It's cumbersome. It's cumbersome. I feel so tired still. Like my rhythm is not right. Last days I was living quite the Count Dracula lifestyle, waking up way past noon. Absolutely. I'm always come to think, sorry, of a laser. We have all this energy, but if it goes into every direction all at once, it goes nowhere. Going over fast, burning the candle from both ends. At the very moment, I kind of can, because for quite some time, I used to be chefing for more than a decade. And 3 years ago, I was burned out, and there was Corona, and also a lot of other stuff. Relationship failed, my elderly father's declining health and whatnot. Got some more mental health issues that I should maybe attend to better. That's also why I should lay low on coffee and cigarettes and some trees. It doesn't help at all. Yeah, sometimes we have to take the patch off, I guess. Guitar. Before get lost. That happens all the time. Which happens all the time, right? Not gonna sure. Probably I can't share any notes until I move back to the piano, because on the guitar I play by ear. I even have to. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. On the other hand, it also does help, but it is best to be done purposefully. I think it's always good not to be just like a one trick pony. I often like to joke, I'm one trick pony, but it's not good to be a one trick pony. It's good to be multiple ponies, but don't be all the ponies at the same time. Make sure you know what pony you are at which time and why. Basically that, because like this kind of synergy of just whatever. Maybe I didn't need to have algebra in school, but it probably serves me in some aspects of my life. Maybe having read Orwell's 1984 is not exactly helping me with the fingering of the Phrygian dominant scale, but it might give me an idea about society and thoughts that resonate with me. It is all connected. Okay. Let's give this poor guitar some love. Let's give this poor guitar some love. Do you want to see reason? Or do you want to see more of this room? I never know what to show. I need to invest into another camera. It's difficult to always move the camera, but stop complaining. I have more than I should have. I'm obviously already overwhelmed. Use what you got and make best use of it. I need this, I need that. No, you just need focus and a good idea. And some discipline. That's all. It's hard. It is hard. It is hard. But also, it does belong together. I mean, like, if we only exercise our mind and our brain, let our body rot, our mind does not exist in a vacuum. It's attached to this body. If my body says, boy, oh boy, you treat me bad, I feel bad, it will translate to the southern brain. The axis of psychosomatic, it's not esoteric or whatnot. It is very true. This is not some 86 mystical belief. And if you have troubles in the soul, it goes to your body. If you have troubles in your body, it goes to your soul. Ask any patient with chronic pain. Ask him after 10 years. Ask his family and friends if his personality has changed. It might have. What am I trying to do? Get this guitar in there. The smarter I got, the less I wanted to train because I feel above it now. But the less I saw it, the easier it was to run and train because your brain wasn't working all the time. Trying to ask why. I need to read this again. Maybe, oh God. Shit. The smarter I got, the less I wanted to train because I feel above it now. But the less I saw it, the easier it was to run and train because your brain wasn't working over time trying to ask why, all sorts of deep questions. Yeah, we cannot reinvent ourselves every second. I mean, it's good to be having doubt for oneself and always being open to adjusting to new information and updating that data. But if we are always just loose and floaty Peter Pan entities, it's a very stressful thing. If every time, every second of the day, I have to ask myself, who am I? First of all, probably that question can never be truly answered. And maybe it doesn't even need to be, also as it can't. Yes, striving for that answer is obviously probably still healthy, but not to be obsessed with it completely too. Just to trust and go with feeling. And because like we have to just recognize that our ability to perceive objective truths, if that's even possible, is quite limited. And we shouldn't go too crazy about that. And just accept the limitations of our realm, of our beings, of our minds. Of course, trying also to overcome them. Yeah, me too. I live in this Peter Pan state. Like seriously, if I wasn't living in Germany or any kind of in a first world country, I fucking hate that saying, but it is kind of like what it is. In Germany, you still have more than just the illusion of a welfare state. Like somewhere else, I couldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. I'm not getting paid for this or something. If I was somewhere else, right now, I'd be maybe in a coal mine without any kind of safety, maybe without pay, just hoping to make it. You know? And then I'm here talking to myself. I need a new camera. I need new this or that. And like, dude, can you? Are you serious? You haven't been working for 3 years trying to get yourself together like Humpty Dumpty. You live in this utopia of the first world. You have been overprivileged. You went to your fucking humanistic gymnasium. You had fucking Latin. Why don't you have a job? For crying out loud. Seriously. Seriously, man. This is ridiculous. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. But do you know what's worse? Starving. It's not that this is a problem that is anything I should be worried about, thank God. But yeah, just like as a comparison, it wasn't until long ago when I saw some. It's not hard to find these pictures. People in India or Africa, like seriously, like 12-year-old, 7-year-old. If you've seen the mines, seriously, I think the OSHA would have a say in that. Every day I ask myself. I think it was mental health issues of my own, and a very similar boat. It's an interesting boat. But it's good to know we're not swimming in the ocean alone. I'm in a asterisk. I'm in a star. What's that gonna be? I didn't get the last thing you said. I'm in a... Uh-oh. One and two and... Ooh, that's bad. I hear how I didn't practice scales on the guitar like I did for piano. Oh, yeah, yeah. Sorry. I do that exactly kind of pretty much the same way. My textbook notes look like that. Either I use an asterisk or I use a slash for correction or alternative versions. Living in the world today. You know what? Might actually put some slapback on. Might be fitting. Maybe the timing isn't quite right. It's somewhat... it distracts me. What is the timing? It's set to is 16 to 90 BPM, right? But I don't know the tempo. We will find out. Is this distracting or is this okay? Is it weird with the reverb? Is it making diction too hard to understand? Maybe I should lay low on this pedal. Okay, I turn it off. I think so too. I go through this every day. You know what? Maybe I change the slapback delay time. Maybe to something tighter, maybe half. How about, is that better? Is it still distracting? Oh, it's okay. I just turn it down to half the value. What was it on 166 milliseconds, 83? How about that? Is that okay? No, still annoying. Is it still bad? Or is it better? Yeah. Also for me, like I've been saying this the last times, it's like when you're on a phone call with a friend, bad connection and speakerphone, and you try to speak and you hear yourself like with that latency and it scrambles your brain because you hear half of your unfinished sentence. Like it drives me insane when somebody does this to me. Living for the city, living, 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 living in the world today, living in the world today. Maybe I need to put up a mic screen. Long. They were long. No, I liked Chefin also for a long time. Like I came out of German high school gymnasium 2006 when I was young and still thought I might be doing something super. I was considering med school. I was good in school, but I was not super good. I was not over excellent. I was a good student. But to get into med school, you have to have just like straight A's. And in Germany, we have like an A is like 15 points, or like in grades, or it's 1 plus. It's like the best note, and 6 is like fail or so. And I was like always in between, like a 2 plus and 1 or so. But if you want to go into med school, you gotta have like straight A, straight A, straight A, straight A's, because so many people will be applying for that there's waiting list. And after years also they understood like waiting, you can't just wait for enrollment. They added some like entrance tests in like, of course I had to started working at a restaurant, and a stock there was from some friends. It got me in there, and I liked it. I was young. Everything is chill. Young people. I like cooking also. I really love cooking, but always working late. If you work like in a normal restaurant, if you work a la carte, you work always in the evenings. And my life was really, usually I would wake up at 10, 12, 13, like 3 or 4 hours before my shift, depending on what restaurant that was and how they, I was really like a night person. And also another thing, like I'm not super good with self-parenting. And alcohol is a problem. I'm glad I'm not a clinical alcoholic. I sometimes drink a beer, maybe a glass of wine. But I remember years where I've been drinking severely and for no reason also, just because it's there. And if you are lacking proper self-control, maybe that's not good. Maybe if I'm an alcoholic or something like that, maybe I shouldn't work in a wine cellar, right? Also always working for kind of low wages. When you're young, it's still okay, but the older you get, the more you think, will I be able to do this with 50, 40, 60? Next year I'll be turning 40, you know? I'm thinking like, I mean, I'm a bachelor. Like, I live with a roommate, but I don't have kids, I don't have a wife, I have no obligations to attend to except trying to take care of my beloved and very stubborn elderly father and trying to take care of myself actually because, yeah, I don't know how good I am with that. And I think we're stealing a little bit here from So What? Probably just ever so slightly from Wes Montgomery, who is an amazing guitarist. If you don't know, please, maybe, because I don't have a point to make today, really. Today it's a day for me just to feel out stuff. Warming up still. I feel so tired still, like, because the last 3 weeks or so, I was never awake at this time. And I had 8 hours of sleep, but my bones still are like old feeling. That reminds me of some super old lyrics that I've wrote on a little guitar lick, which was one of the first things that I could kind of start to play where I was okay with on the guitar. It's pretty much up the neck. It's not doing anything fancy. It is somewhat a little bit. It reminds me of John Lee Hooker for some reason. Well, not everything. Oh, we need to find my voice. We need to channel the muse of Ray Charles, Lou Rawls, Muddy Waters, Robinson, B.B. King. We need to go down Delta, down by the river. Well, not everything. Well, not everything, yeah. Well, oh, you cannot start a Delta Blues song without humming first. You just don't start with the lyrics. You start with the moaning and groaning. blues every day. Every day. Well, not every day. And I like this little play. The lyrics are not really far developed, but it goes like, well, not every day, like, and then it flips around to not well every day. Well, not every day. Not well every day. Well, not every day. Every day I have blues, brother. Oh, it's gonna be moaning and groaning. Yeah, I don't know if it's ever gonna go away. Well, on every day, I say, Lord, oh, help me, please. Help me, oh, to carry the load that you bestow upon my shoulders. I'll play super dirty. I don't have an idea yet. Oh, hey, hey. Ooh. What's that like? Really BB Johnny Hooker kind of stuff, huh? I mean, I don't play anything like him, but he plays something similar. Well, every day, not well every day. Well, not every day. Well. Sorry, it's a bit unfortunate. You can't see what I'm looking down at. Sometimes, of course, it's trying to see the neck, what the heck I'm doing. Because, you know, I said this last night. It's so mean. If you compare a piano to a guitar, I don't know, actually, really, it's tough on beginners. The guitar, that is, I think. First, you have to really develop the strength and flexibility in your hands just to create a clean tone. Not the tone that you maybe want, just to have it, just straight up tone. Nothing special, no trem, no bend, nothing. On the piano, you just have no technique and you just put your finger down and the tone comes out just fine. How? Oh my God, you have no idea. I mean, like, I remember clearly how much B.B. King and John Lee Hooker listen. Boom, 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 boom. How. But sorry, I have this GT100 sitting down there, and while I love this wah-wah pedal, I'm a very inexperienced guitarist. And that's a classic for sure. I mean, boom, 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 boom. I mean, like, seriously. How can you even forget the title, even if you never heard that? Boom, 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 boom. I want to get right now. Boom, boom, boom. Forgot the lyrics, unfortunately. But you know what? That's a pretty thing about the blues. All the lyrics have already been written. Woke up this morning and had a bad night. still so cold, and no light. You know, can't make up whatever. My woman has left him, dog has died. Hopefully not. And while I need to practice. God damn it. Stop complaining. Sorry. I'm having monologues all the times. Sometimes if you feel like, what is he responding? Maybe I'm talking to myself. But I think it has to be played with a palm mute, which is not what I can do super well. But I love the tone of a palm mute. Compared to, now you hear everything. But if it's like a little bit more, it's a little bit like spizzicato, pizzicato. Yeah, I need to practice my skills there. Do you ever have that thing where you play to disadvantage instead of your... I have to think about this. Do you ever have the thing where you play to disadvantages instead of your strengths in life? Like there are things you are inherently good at, but you lean away from them for whatever reasons. I'm not sure if I understand that. I'm sorry. Do you ever have that thing where you play, and it's not you, it's me, my brain. Do you ever have that thing where you play disadvantages instead of your strengths in life? Like there are things you're inherently good at, but you lean away from them for whatever reason. I'm not sure how far I understand this or how to answer it. Could you rephrase that? I think maybe I'm not quite sure if I understand this. Do you mean like, you know maybe what you're good at, and instead of taking that route and doing what will obviously work, you're going looking for trouble for the cumbersome road? The steep and narrow path? Kind of like on purpose? An exercise, an adventure, a trial? I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to become a jazz pianist, and I'm 40, and I'm broke. I guess the answer is yes. Oh man. Well, not every day, not well every day. Well, not every day, not well every day. 'Cause every day I have the blues. Okay, enough of that. But I'm kind of stuck with some other thing that I've been also noodling a little bit last days. you know. Like you say, you're really good at art, but something's telling you you should be a track star even though you're not talented or skilled in running. And instead of using what you're good at, you go towards what you are not naturally gifted at and you might succeed at. I don't know. You know what's funny? Like, I was as mad about sports and basketball in my youth as I'm about music now. And I remember, like, when we were in fifth grade, I think many had a similar experience, maybe, playing the recorder. Right? It was fifth or sixth grade. And I remember I was only interested in basketball. Only thing I was thinking of, basketball. But my music teacher at like one of these parent teacher evenings, he was like, did you know your son might actually be quite musical? He should learn an instrument. Years later, I was even considering going back there, telling him that I'm delusional and absolutely committed to becoming a professional jazz pianist and musician and anything related in the realm of audio and music production. Like, I would be playing jazz piano as long as I have hands and half a brain. But it didn't need to be for the stage. I would even play for free. I don't need to be paid for being an artist. But I'm in the middle of being probably as technical as artsy. And I always think it sounds bad to call yourself something like that. Sounds like, I don't know, pretentious. So while I could be going on about keeping on the singer-songwriter thing, you know, the audio engineering and sound design itself, like I could just have a sine wave and spend the next hour saturating it, resampling it, doing granular synthesis with it for I don't know what purpose exactly yet. Fighting with this wah pedal because the problem is Oh, sorry. I have so many audiobooks, but I never slow down to listen to them. All of the gems of insight could probably pull me out of the slum in life I find myself in. Literature helps a lot, I think. I'm not reading enough. Like I say, literature was really the first love. I wanted to be an author. Before I finished high school, I was all books and basketball, of course. But I wanted to become an author at one point too. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this guitar will sound mostly just like that. I don't really practice the guitar. Reading is such a struggle for me, but I want to learn to articulate myself well, and reading is a big part of that. Absolutely. Like, I can realize, like, how different I start to speak if I just read a little bit. You know, when you like always hang out with your friends and everybody's relaxed, like you're not at work, everybody talks easy, and everybody got their slang, their social life. And sometimes then the braid, because we love habituation, we just fall into the rut of always talking like that, and then always talking low effort, speaking with wrong grammar, sometimes on purpose, trying to be funny or cool, or because that's just like the code you speak in with that group of people. If you was another group of people, you speak differently, and if you're by yourself, you speak differently too. But I've come to find, like, if I read good literature, it absolutely imprints instantly on the way I speak and think, because I think they are also absolutely connected. That's also why I try not to curse so much. I don't know who it was. It was some famous artist. It was somewhat mystical, but I think it's just kind of right on in the realm there. He said, like, lyrics are not just lyrics. Lyrics are a mantra. And it's not without consequence what the words are and what they mean. If you are in a stadium at a concert and you have maybe a super wholesome vibe, everybody's chanting, singing something positive, it's not just words. It's a program, it's a belief, it's a prayer, so to speak. And that can go both ways. For whatever is chanted, whatever the mantra is, whatever the meaning is. If I have always super negative self-talk, even if I like try to do it in a funny way, oh, you're so stupid, you're so this, you're so that, that it's not all just being funny. Some part of that might be even subconscious, some conscious, but conditioning yourself to be disrespectful to yourself with speech, I think people might think this is maybe splitting hairs, but a psychologist probably has a different opinion on that altogether. Like, seriously, if I just read, you all don't understand German, unfortunately. Because, I mean, like, there's amazing literature in every language. I wish I hadn't forgotten all the French I was taking in school, because there's a whole bunch of French authors and philosophers that I would love to be able to read in their native tongue. And that will probably never happen because probably up top on my list is reading music as well as words. So I might not get around relearning and getting decent at French. Certainly not at a level to read someone from the, what was that episode called? Was it Illumination? Or just at the beginning of our session today. There's also a series that I want to do that I want to call either piano and poetry because I'm a sucker for alliterations. If I can, I will always try to find an alliteration, just like sounds and samples, or yeah, the obvious stuff. 1 second. Absolutely. And it's not that like the other people are not interesting, but like as unfortunately we do not possess truly telepathic abilities, a person that can articulate himself is closer to being able to be telepathic. That means connecting to that person is so much more easy. Maybe I should lay low on this paddle and actually just do. Maybe today I spend more time talking and just thinking and pondering. I really feel the coffee is not doing anything to me today. It's giving me already slightly a cold sweat, and I don't feel awake at all. Don't you know, little brother, little sister, don't you know? Did mama tell you? Did father tell you? That it ain't all gold that glitters. It ain't all gold that glitters in the light. I can't find my voice, or I can't find the voice. Although I am struggling to find my voice. Don't you know? What's that actually? I think it is F. Ew. Oh, it's E. Yeah, it's E minor. Okay. I think, not sure. Yeah, it's E minor. So G major, yes? Ooh. Yes, but I think actually both. Reading out loud is a great joy. I actually also have some aspirations because I've been told often that I maybe should become a narrator or use my voice in whatever capacity. Some people suggested singing. I like singing, but I'm not a very experienced or trained singer. Like these vocal cords probably get the least of all training. The guitar gets more training for scales than the vocal cords. And yes, it is audible. I know. I know. That's also why I'm often hesitant to sing, because I know that I will suck. Yeah. But reading out loud is great because you read much slower, and I think it's two different qualities altogether. I love reading out loud. I don't do it nearly enough. I think if I look back on this channel, there was a time when when glasses and headphones. Put the glasses on after the headphones, or you will be engraving your glasses into your skin. Reading out loud is amazing. You read much slower. You have to really think about it longer. And I think all the inflections can make something be absolutely different. Like, absolutely. I could read the same page in so many ways. But I wouldn't do that if I were reading silent, only when I read out loud. On the other hand, I'm a very slow reader, incredibly slow reader, because I subvocalize. I cannot read actually without subvocalization. Absolutely. And also the same for anything. Recently I've been pondering about notes and tones, and I was so pleased to see that notes and tones exist with exactly the same letters. And I was thinking about like sound design, audio engineering, but also like in jazz, say, I'm trying to go through some changes. I might get away to play a less ideal note choice if I play it with intention, with nice articulation. If it is placed in time right, the tone is more important than the note. Sometimes the notes are also important, but something super mundane can be so much more interesting. We can have a sine wave, which is like super boring and blank. Nothing goes on there. And if we put a little reverb and saturation on that, that's already something completely different. You know what? I think I'll let this guitar rest for a second. I have no vision. Okay, what is it that I need to do today? Maybe turn off this silly slapback for a second. Absolutely. Yeah, actually, maybe that's that. Maybe I should take a break and eat. It's a good idea. It's already been also 2.5 hours. I try to take a break every 45 at least. I've come to realize that my focus barely is much longer than 15 or 30 minutes once I actually even have maybe reached something like focus or flow state, and that dissipates quickly. So maybe there's a reason why I'm still tired. I'm already at this now for 2.5, almost 3 hours. And coffee and cigarettes and have a slice of bread is probably not going to cut it. Speaking of self-parenting and taking responsibility for the more mundane things, to not get lost drifting and floating in this Peter Pan state. Can't write an album on an empty stomach, huh? Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Happy creating. It was amazing and chill talking to you and philosophing about anything and everything. I'll be back. That's for sure. I mean, I live here. I don't have anything else to do. And also, I don't want to do anything else. This is all I want to do. All I want to do is plant some trees and play piano. That's basically it. All right, peace. Catch you later. May the muse be with you all. Yeah, do that. And also maybe not just as a child. Read to you maybe in different levels. See how it makes you feel. Once you can read like for a child, then you can read maybe like for a more matured audience. It will be interesting. It's good practice for diction, for anything. I should probably actually make it a habit because reading out loud is a good practice. I mean, like, ideally, I should maybe start to find a choir to get some kind of cheap vocal practice. And also to mingle with some musicians because I spend all my time in this room. I don't have too many musician friends in my town. I don't get it around much anymore. I'm a sucker for making quotes from names from songs or pop culture references from, I don't know, movies, literature, anything. If I could, I would probably try to construct sentences exclusively by collaging stuff left and right. Anyway, see you guys later. Peace.